All right. Let's see. I think we are live. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate signing into everything. You have to go on your phone and accept it. Okay. All right. Okay. We're good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Now we do. I know I should have got on here a little earlier. We have an SMT at the lows. Man, I really like that look already. I know it's a little early, but that's a really tight stop. We could run it up to there because we had the sweep at 9 o'clock, and then let's get some music playing. We also have news at 9:45, flash manufacturing PMI. We might wait for that because I don't know. I feel like it's always best to wait for news. What do we want to listen to? We'll just listen to this. I don't know how loud it's going to be on the stream. Okay, that should work. Let's see. If we do close up here, though, we will have a 5-minute change in the state. If we look here, you can see we have a SMT. It's been a while since we've had a SMT when I'm trading at 9:30 open, at least on the high time frame. But we didn't have any kind of sweep. We have equal lows down here. I wish this would have pushed to like right here or retraded this. I don't think we come all the way back down here now. But we did tap back into this retrade. Did we? Barely. I'm currently on a Take Profit Trader Pro account, up $662.50 on the account. Let me put these together here. Oh no, my screen is glitching. Why is it glitching? I fixed it. It does that when I'm on YouTube sometimes. It's really annoying. Okay. Current balance is $50,662. I was actually up about $800 on the account, and then I was up $855, and then took a loss yesterday, and here we are now. Okay, we did have the change in the state on the 5-minute. Now, my stop is always 15 ticks. It's a really tight stop. I didn't mean to do that. So, it may come down here and retrade. I feel like it'll just retrade around this area right here. And then, but I'd be interested in seeing us retrade about the 50% mark right here. And then look for a new change in the state on the 1-minute. I know we've already had it here. Could have went long on the little pullback to this block right here and called it maybe 10 points. Yeah, you could have. That's what I always aim for, is 10 points. So you can see also on NQ, we've had the change in the state. So I would love to see longs. Just what would our stop look like? It's probably way too tight. It's not that bad though. I kind of want to set, let me put on the 5 minute here. What would it be? 9225 by 1. 58850 is the stop level. That's where I want to be, just for the, because I have such a tight stop. But it could come all the way back down here to this 1 minute gap too. So we will have to see. Oof. Missed by 2 ticks. Okay. Okay, let's see what it wants to do here. I hope it just doesn't want to dump, and ES wants to come take out these lows here before news in 7 minutes. Oh, it got even closer, I think. What is that? One tick. Yep, my limit order is set at 59225. I normally target 40, but when there's a high that's that easily accessible, it's normally what I'll set my take profit at. This is what we are currently looking like on my TradeZilla. As you can see, these are the winning days that I had last week. One losing day yesterday. Had a really good start on the account, up 885. It's the 50K, so anything over $2,000 profit you can take a payout on. Friday, I should have had a big winner, and I didn't take the first trade because I was trying to trade on my phone. And if you've never done that, it's aggravating flipping back and forth between TradingView and Tradeovate, and I missed the entry.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in, but this might just straight up dump without me. Not without me, with me in it and stop me out. But that's fine. We have a little buffer on the account. But yeah, Friday should have been a winner, and it was not. So we're going to close that out. Looks like we're going to get stopped here, actually. But I'll keep watching the market. I'm not going to take another trade if we get stopped out. Stopped out there for 192.50. A little aggravating because I had such a good week last week. Let's see what it does on this gap right here. About the 50% mark. Could have targeted just that. But it's looking like NQ wants to come down here and take out that low. I'm just going to say down 200 on the day. It's a little less, but let's pull TradeZilla back up. It doesn't update that fast. It was a good look with the change in the state on the 5 minute right here. I really like that. Ran up, didn't really take out any highs. We can take that off. I didn't take that trade. But now we are currently up $470. We still have a buffer, a drawdown buffer of, let's see, about $1,500. No, I know it's I know it's less than that because we was up 885 on the account. Let's see, 50,470 minus 49,047. $1,423. That still doesn't sound right because I thought there was a trailing drawdown. Okay. Now ES has taken, or NQ has taken the lows. And it's just dumping. Okay. I'm gonna watch it here. I really don't want to take another trade, so I might just hop off of here and go find something else to do. I hate when you get such a good look like that, especially at market open. A SMT 5-minute change in the state, and then it looked like it wanted to really rip it right here, but it just dumped straight through it. But oh well, that's how trading goes. We're still in profit on the account. I'm really mad about Friday though. It should have been a big winner, but it is what it is, and we can move on. I would really love to plan on getting a payout within the next 2 weeks on this account. My trading has been so good. The week before last, when I was in the test phase, I had no losers. And then the week before that, I only had one loser. So my trading has been really, really good. And I'm not going to let my emotions get the best of me on this live account, because that's definitely what happens a lot of the time. Okay, we see we had the sweep. I'm going to mark, I'll leave that like that. So now we've taken out the big low on the day. This was yesterday's price action. It was terrible. I got instantly stopped yesterday also. Excuse me. We had this huge candle. I don't know why. There was no news or nothing. So it was a little suspicious. And then 9:30 came. I took a short somewhere. It might have been, I don't think it was after 10 o'clock. It might have been right here. No, it wasn't. I don't know where it was at, but I took a short. Clearly should have went long because we had a sweep below these lows, and I should have seen it more cleanly, but I did not. And that was my fault. We have news in about 40 seconds here. PMI also. So it'll probably move the market pretty good. Need $1,530 on the account before I'm eligible for a payout, which I normally target $500, just 3 days. And hopefully, if God allows, we can have some good winning days the next couple days, just to really get this account built up. I don't want to take a trade until we're about 3,000 in profit, just to have a big buffer, because the buffer stops at 50,000. So if I get to 3,000, I'll still have a $2,000 buffer if I take a $1,000 payout. It doesn't look like this is doing anything to the market. I've been against taking a second trade, but I just feel like this looks really clean. We had the 15-minute sweep. We did have the 15-minute close below here, though, on the NASDAQ. But we have retraded this whole candle, basically. Let's actually pull up a fair value gap. We've hit the 50% mark of that, so let's look on ES. I don't know if we have yet or not on it. It's close, but I don't know. We've definitely retraded it though very well. The daily is looking bearish, but we've also taken out a lot of liquidity lower. Over here, these big lows just hanging here that we got taken out. And then, I mean, there's still a lot lower, but that is, I just don't know if, unless something happens and the market crashes, we would go that low. But and then I could see us wanting to come back up to 25,000 on NASDAQ soon, because like I said, we've taken out, I feel like, the big liquidity down through here, but time will tell. Nobody knows what the market's gonna do. Okay, we did just have a 1 minute change in the state. So if I did take another trade, it would be, what would this risk look like on that? Something like this. That looks decent. Let's take a paper trade. Maybe like right in here. I feel like that's what I'd be looking at. The little high right there would be a good target, I feel like. We do have a fair value gap right here, but we've already ran through the first one. I feel like that entry would be good to go into that and then send us a little higher. Oh, what in the world's that? I don't know what that was. Because I've already said it. I don't know why that there's another one. But to really wait for confirmation, a 5 minute change in the state right here, be all the way up here right now. So it would be pretty far away to wait. But patience is key in trading. I don't know what happened to that order, but it was a paper trade anyway. It wasn't a real trade. And as you can see, it wouldn't have worked. Maybe if you had a stop. No, not even down there. So that's why I feel like it's always best to wait for a 5 minute change in the state. Just, I don't know. Hard to read. Bitcoin is back up to 70,000. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened Monday morning at 7 o'clock, 7:05, but if there was some kind of news Trump talked on or something, but that's crazy. I just noticed, so at 9:30, this might have been the better look for the day. I honestly didn't see this. SMT here on the NASDAQ. Let's get rid of everything else. Kind of clear it up. 9:30 here on the NASDAQ. Came straight up. It was close, but there is an SMT there. And you can see we closed below this. And then technically right here, but it's so close right there. This candle would have definitely been probably the better one, but you can see we already taken out the low. So getting in, like, there wouldn't have been an entry, honestly, for me, because I would have been waiting on a pullback. And unless I took the entry right here on this pullback. Let's see how tight that would have been. Depending on how tight it would have been, I wouldn't have taken that, no. That's too close of a risk for me. So you literally straight up could have entered on the change in the state right here, taken 6 ticks of drawdown and targeted the low, a little lower, If I just targeted 40, it would have worked. But I didn't see that. And I never take it just on the change in the state. I always wait for a little pullback. And as you can see, we didn't get a pullback. We got a pullback into this fair value gap right here. But it's after the liquidity's already been taken down here. But it still worked. Still would have been a great trade. And honestly, Mike could go lower. There's another gap here. Another change in the state right here. Excuse me. Clearly, this is all hindsight. Seeing it as the price is printing is a completely different story. It's like I said, I didn't even notice we had the SMT on the 5 minute up here. And NQ filled that 15 minute fair value gap and just shot lower literally immediately. So probably a bad look on my part, the long was, because I just noticed the 15 minute change in the state, but we also had a high time frame SMT at the lows, so little unclear reading it on my part. But it is what it is. I have been reading the market very good lately, and just 2 bad days isn't going to bother me. Let's put a paper trade in right here. I always put paper trades in when I'm just bored. See, that stop is just so tight though. 180. That's what I target, is 187, and then the low is perfectly 500. What I always target would have gotten me in. Let's see, what's the 5 minute? I don't know why I have the chart so small. I apologize. I've been zoned in. We did have a 5 minute change in the state back up here. There's a big wick. If there was a fair value gap there, that'd be nice, but there is a little volume imbalance. But I never really trade off of volume imbalances, but I know ICT teaches volume imbalances. I feel like just normal fair value gaps hold better. Inverse fair value gaps for sure hold, depending on the situation. Excuse me. There's a big 2 minute fair value gap there. That is nice. I would like to see it reject that. Clearly, I'm not in the trade, but just watching it and learning is nice. There's a 1 minute and a 2 minute fair value gap. I feel like that makes the market hold a little more power towards that direction. Just mark both of them out. But the market's going to do what it wants to do, so it doesn't really matter. With the volume imbalance, I mean, you would think that this is all just weighing it down, just pushing it down, but I just don't feel like there's anything down here that we could target to make me want to take a short, unless we came all the way back down and filled this gap completely. But I just feel like it's hard for me to want to take a short into that when there's no liquidity really near. Let's see, how far away are we from the back of that? 60 points. I mean, it's definitely doable in a day, but I just like taking like this, like on the 5 minute, there are a little bit of resting liquidity under here. Took the short right here and get out for that. I mean, but when you really look on the high time frame, we've already taken I feel like the main liquidity that needed to be taken out for the day, unless market wants to fill this complete gap right here. But I don't know. Plus we have equal lows down here at the bottom. Normally that will get taken out. But, like I said, we don't know what's going to happen. My trade zealot still has not refreshed yet with the loss I took today. Taken. News really didn't do anything to the market today. We had 945 right here. It just kind of wicked a little bit, and that's about it. I figured PMI would have really moved the market. Nothing tomorrow. Thursday. Unemployment claims at 8:30, and Friday. Consumer sentiment at 10. Just orange folder. And then there's a Richmond Manufacturing Index today at 10. So, see there, we would have gotten stopped. I just feel like longs is where I would want to be for the day. That's why I took a long earlier. Because, like I said, we've taken out this liquidity. We took it out pre-market and then again at 9:30. You can see, well, 9:41. I took a long... Where did I go long? Oh, it took a long right here. And it filled me over here. But I took it on the 5 minute around right here. Let's remove all the drawings except for this one. Just to show the liquidity. Now we just had a change in the state on the 1 minute to the upside. Market's just really chopping in this little range today. Where's 9:30 even at? Let's see, right here. That's the little range we've been in today. Equal lows at the low. I could honestly see us coming down and taking those out. And that's, I feel like, as low as we might honestly go. I don't know why it keeps doing that. There we go. I had them stacked on the side. Let's remove this. Like I said, anytime I see a change in the state, I always look for an entry on like a gap or something. So it honestly would have looked just like that. Stop would have been at 15. Take profit. That's honestly a good place, but we have all this up through here, so I would have just targeted my normal 41. I'm just playing trades out on TradingView. We're still bearish looking on a 5 minute. Because we haven't had a change in the state on the 5 minute. It's just a hard place to be in. So what I probably should have done today is waited for us to take out liquidity on ES again, not the pre-market, because we came down here at 9:41, took it out, but see, we still had a change in the state right here. That would have been an entry for me, and I would have gotten stopped. It wouldn't have been this right here. It would have been right here, unless I wait for the 5 minute and then wait for a retrace on the 5 minute. Because that definitely is a lot more confluence. But it would have taken us out with a $500 profit. Yeah, I stopped taking second trades just because the 50K account, you don't really have much room to take multiple losses on the day, especially with the strategy I use. Back when I had consistent payouts, that's all I'd done was one trade per day. On NASDAQ, I had a 250K account with Apex, took 2 contracts, and I always targeted 10-point loss and is it 15-point winner? No, 25. Let's see. What is 100 ticks? 100 ticks is so I targeted 10-point loser, 25-point winner. Consistent payouts with that. And this is essentially the same thing. Except I'm targeting a 10-point winner, but this is on ES. And when the market conditions are right, I feel like what is this, 3.75 points is plenty as a stop because it's almost $200. I could just target a flat $200, but I would rather just keep it at an even 15 ticks. I'm gonna just sit here and watch this because if we get the 5-minute change, I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking another trade. I just want to watch and see what I could have done better. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I keep hiccuping and burping. Let's see if my TradeZilla has updated yet. It has not. That would have been a good long. That definitely would have been a good second trade because, like I said, I would have taken this right here, pull back probably to right in here, and I would have got instant stopped again, and then come down, equal lows at the bottom, changing the state fair value gap. I mean, nearly immediately ran it up in just 3 minutes. Would have hit TP. Excuse me. Let's see what the 5-minute looks like on NASDAQ. It's pretty far away. Let's get rid of these. I'm just going to mark out that low. Just have that. It's the liquidity that was taken. Oh my gosh, look at that push. I feel like it's just going to wick the high, though. The recent 5-minute high. I'm currently looking for a kayak rack for a Forerunner. Let's see. I'm supposed to go fishing with my buddies. And I've been needing a kayak rack. Maybe, I mean, I could just push it through the back glass, but I don't really want to take the chance of scratching it up or nothing like that. Got 30 seconds to see if this closes above. I have a feeling it's not going to do it. And that's what it's just aggravating. But that's when patience plays a big part in trading is if you don't see it, what you want to see for your setup, then you just keep waiting. I used to get into a big hurry after I had good payouts, and then I started struggling because I was getting in a hurry and I just wanted to make money. And that's really not what it's about. It's clearly about the money, but trading is a patience game. As you can see, we just had a 5-minute change in the state. So that's when I kind of would want to come in here. You can see we had a fresh change in the state on the 5-minute. We have a lot of liquidity higher. The most recent high is up there on the 5-minute. But then you come in here into this gap and you look at how close the stop is. That's really not that bad. I'm not taking this. It's just the stop. I feel like normally it'd be like this, but it's really not that bad. That's why I stopped trading NQ. Let me just show you why. Because if I wanted to take it on this fair value gap, my stop would be right there, barely at the bottom of it. I know it's basically the same on NQ. Well, if I went to the 50%, it looks basically identical. Let's take a paper trade right here. Stop loss 187, take profit perfectly at that high would be a great target. If it wants to come back down and retrade that 50% level. But see, now we're in the situation where this is the 5-minute change in the state was such a long push that there's so much room to retrade and then go back higher before like if we look for an entry. But like there's a 5-minute gap here. I don't think we'd come all the way back down there. There's one here, but I feel like maybe we'd want to retrade maybe that high. But I feel like this would Personally, it would be a good look for me. But I'm not taking any more trades. Okay, it would have tagged us in perfectly. Just the paper trading on TradingView sucks. Oh my gosh. Big dump. Instant stop maybe? Now we did retrade that high on the 5 minute right here. Let's just see what else it wants to retrade. It might come all the way back down. Retrade one of those little gaps. Look at the NASDAQ, dude. It never had a change in the state. That's also, you have to look at both of these to make the smart judgment. It did come back down to that first gap. I know I've been placing a bunch of mock trades, but I'm just trying to learn like everybody else. Stop would have been, it would have been in this other gap, but it's really not that bad. And just place it at the same high. That's a really long distance, but let's mark that out. Put it right at the top. A 5.53 to 1 ratio. That was a crazy dump and just pushed straight back up. Look at that 1 minute, dude. But like I said, if I was targeting just 40, it would have hit it literally in seconds, I think. But I don't think I would ever target something this far, but it's just a mock setup. Again, like I was saying. Well, I think I'm going to call this here and get off and make some food because I'm not going to be taking any more trades. So, yep, down 192.50 on the day. Let's see if my TradeZelle has updated. It has, so I'll bring it over here and show you. No, please don't do that. This is what we're looking at. Minus 385 on the week. And the way I kind of look at it is if we have an all red week, we'll barely be under $200 negative, I think. So, not too bad. considering we had 2 red days last week. Should have had 1 red day. It's really aggravating, but it is what it is. So I might hop on here tomorrow and stream. I'd kind of like to. If I can get on here in time, I will. But I will catch you guys another day.